In Washington state, a battle underway over selling ammo. A ban on high-capacity magazines just ruled unconstitutional, but that ruling blocked today by the Washington Supreme Court.
Yeah, Lisa Balick looking into this, and we say if that's happening in Washington, that has an impact here in Oregon. We're talking about the same stuff here.
Yeah, and not just our states, but there are several states around the country that are dealing with this. Now, the Washington case involves a gun shop in Kelso that the state says kept offering to sell high-capacity magazines after that state ban went into effect. In Kelso today, not as much traffic in and out of Gators Custom Guns compared to the swarm there yesterday, says owner Wally Wentz.
3 lines of 6 to 10 people for 88 minutes.
A Cowlitz County Circuit judge had ruled the state ban on selling high-capacity ammunition magazines violates Second Amendment rights and the state constitution, so sales were back on until the state attorney general quickly got the Washington Supreme Court to shut down sales again. In 2022, Washington lawmakers had passed a measure that bans sales of ammunition magazines that can hold more than 10 bullets. The state attorney general sued Gator Custom Guns last year, accusing them of still offering and selling them. The gun store challenged the law, and yesterday the circuit judge ordered the state to stop enforcing the ban. But 88 minutes later, the attorney general got an emergency stay, the ban back in place.
We have to abide by the stay. That's the lawful response, and that's what we're going to do.
There's agreement all across the country from courts that these are constitutional, and so I expect it to be, like I said, overturned. Now, whether or not the United States Supreme Court decides to weigh in on this issue, nobody knows that.
Public safety, one of the issues raised by the AG. The state means the Washington state ban on high-capacity magazines remains in effect while the court battle goes on. As for similar legislation in Oregon, it's a bit different. It has been tied up in court since voters approved Measure 114 2 years ago. A federal judge ruling banning large magazines is legal. But there's a ruling from a Harney County Circuit Court judge that a ban violates the state constitution. So for now, that Oregon ban on selling the high-capacity magazines is on hold. So right now you have 2 states right next to each other and 2 different outcomes right now. Well, what happens next in Washington? The gun store owner says he'll abide by the law, and he and the attorney general, though, are expected to be back in court next week. We'll keep you posted.